Tell me if this sounds familiar. You can navigate difficult client negotiations without breaking a sweat. But the thought of asking your partner, "How are we doing?" makes you want to hide behind your laptop. You'll spend hours planning a business strategy, but you haven't had a real conversation about your actual relationship in months. I'm Felicia Kashevaroff, a relationship coach and founder of Tend Task. I've interviewed over 85 high achievers, many of whom are absolutely crushing it professionally, while their relationships slowly starve from emotional neglect. Here's the brutal truth. You're pouring all of your emotional energy into work success while your partnership runs on fumes. And if you don't fix this, you'll be running empires while living like polite strangers at home. Let's talk about the emotional energy crisis. You've got a finite amount of emotional bandwidth each day, and you're spending 100% of it at work, leaving nothing for the person who is supposed to matter most. This is what's actually happening. You show up emotionally available for clients, colleagues, and board members all day. You're empathetic in negotiations, present in meetings, and emotionally intelligent in conflict resolution. Then you come home emotionally bankrupt, expecting your partner to be satisfied with whatever scraps of energy you have left. Dr. Roy Baumeister's research on ego depletion suggests that emotional regulation functions like a muscle. It gets fatigued with use. His studies found that people who exert emotional control in one area show significantly reduced emotional capacity in subsequent interactions. But watch how high achievers get it completely wrong. You think you're managing your energy efficiently by being professional at work and relaxed at home. What you're actually doing is giving your best emotional self to people who pay you and your worst emotional self to the person who loves you. You're charming, engaged, and emotionally available for everyone except your partner. They get the tired, irritable, and checked out version of you because you've already spent your emotional energy budget on people who matter less. You use your professional achievements to avoid relationship vulnerability. When your partner tries to discuss connection, you deflect with work stress, business priorities, or financial responsibilities. Your success becomes a wall that protects you from having to show up emotionally. And you try to solve relationship conversations like business problems. Your partner expresses feeling disconnected, and you immediately jump to solutions, schedules, or action items instead of just feeling it with them. You're so uncomfortable with emotional inefficiency that you kill intimacy in the name of productivity. Now, let's talk about what this emotional avoidance is actually costing you. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the relationship tax you're paying for treating emotional connection like it's optional. You wouldn't ignore declining client satisfaction metrics, but you're completely blind to your partner's declining relationship satisfaction. You notice when your team seems disengaged, but you miss when your partner starts emotionally withdrawing. Dr. John Gottman's research, following thousands of couples for decades, shows that emotional withdrawal is one of the strongest predictors of relationship failure. His studies found that couples who regularly avoid emotional conversations are significantly more likely to divorce. This is what's happening that you're not seeing. While you're avoiding emotional conversations, your partner is slowly disconnecting. They're not nagging you, they're trying to save your relationship. Every attempt at deeper conversation that you deflect is them trying to prevent the slow death of intimacy. This disconnection happens in predictable stages. First, your partner tries to engage you emotionally and gets shut down by your work stress or efficiency mode. Then they try less frequently because rejection hurts. Eventually, they stop trying altogether and start finding emotional connection elsewhere: friends, work, hobbies, or unfortunately, other people. You think you're protecting your relationship by keeping work stress separate, but you're actually creating a bigger problem. And the brutal truth, your work performance actually suffers too. The Harvard study of adult development, the longest running study on happiness, found that people in strong relationships perform better professionally, making better decisions under pressure, and report higher job satisfaction. So while you think you're protecting your career by compartmentalizing your relationship, you're actually sabotaging both. Your partner feels lonely, you feel misunderstood, and neither of you is getting what you need to thrive. The solution that could save your relationship? You need to start investing in emotional connection with the same intentionality and strategic attention you bring to growing your business or your career aspirations. First, conscious energy allocation. You budget financial resources, you need to budget emotional resources. This means setting boundaries at work to protect some of your emotional energy for your partner instead of spending it all on professional demands. This isn't about scheduling more time, it's about showing up emotionally during the time you have. 15 minutes of actual presence is worth more than 2 hours of distracted coexistence. Second, treat emotional skills like professional development. You wouldn't expect to master a new market without learning, but you expect to master intimacy through instinct alone. Research shows that couples who learn to express vulnerability and respond to each other's emotional needs can significantly improve their relationship satisfaction. This means learning to tolerate the discomfort of not having all the answers. Your partner doesn't need you to solve their emotional experience. They need you to witness it and share your own. Third, create connection rituals with the same consistency you bring to professional habits. You don't skip important meetings because you're tired. Don't skip emotional connection because you're drained. Fourth, integrate your stress instead of compartmentalizing it. Your work challenges affect your emotional availability. Your relationship quality affects your professional performance. Stop pretending they're separate systems. Now, this doesn't mean dumping all your work stress on your partner. It means acknowledging how your professional demands impact your emotional capacity and working together to navigate that reality. The truth is that you're treating your relationship like it's supposed to thrive on autopilot while you pour your very best energy into everything else. You're giving your clients your emotional intelligence and your partner your emotional exhaustion. Your relationship isn't competing with your career. It's the foundation that makes your career sustainable. But foundations need maintenance, attention, and investment to support the weight of your ambitions. The most successful people I work with don't choose between career success and relationship health. They recognize that intentional investment in both creates a compound effect that makes everything else easier. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of you won't prioritize this until something breaks. You'll optimize every other area of your life while neglecting the relationship that makes all your other success meaningful. Look, you can keep giving your best emotional energy to everyone except your partner, but eventually, they're going to stop accepting your leftovers. And losing the person who matters most while building an empire is the worst kind of success story. The same intentional investment that built your career can build an extraordinary partnership if you're willing to apply it consistently instead of when it's convenient. My quiz can help you identify where your relationship needs your focused attention. Link is in the description. Take it, because your relationship deserves the same strategic investment as your career. Your success is only meaningful if you have someone who truly knows you to share it with. Stop treating emotional connection like it's optional infrastructure. Thanks for watching. And remember, you're already exceptional at building things that matter. It's time to include your relationship in that category.